Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Natasha, and today's video is a part of the collaboration that is hosted by Mountain Grandma. I will tag her down in the description box below and list everybody who is a part of this collaboration. The collaboration is called Healthy Snacks 24. So today we are going to be creating my version of one of my kids' favorites, which is Goldfish and Cheez-Its. So this recipe is very versatile in the fact that you can switch out what type of cheese you are using to make a white cheddar, or you can use the sharp cheddar, which is what I'm going to be using today. At the end of this collaboration, there will be a giveaway that will be on Mountain Grandma's channel. The giveaway is on June 6th, and that is at 6 Central Standard Time. So 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. There is going to be some giveaways and prizes, so you do not want to miss that. So like always, the recipe will be down in the description box below. And let's get to it. I'm going to show you how easy these are to make up and whip up, and there's no preservatives. Alright my friends, this is very simple, basic, clean ingredients. You know exactly what's going in here. We just have some sharp cheddar cheese. This is actually the Aldi's block cheese. I grated it off camera so y'all didn't have to watch me do that. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of cold butter and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I have seen people do a half and half version of this with wheat, whole wheat flour. I personally have not tried it, but I have seen other people do it that way. So if that's your jam, go that route. We're also going to need some coarse sea salt and then 1 tablespoon of ice cold water. So this is all very simple. We are just going to get this all put together, have it as a dough, and then we're going to roll it out as flat as we can. And then I have this little tiny fish cutter. I will link where I got this in the description box below. It actually came in like a kit that you would get for like kids sandwiches and stuff to cut them into dinosaurs and everything like that. So this was one of the ones in there. So I have a goldfish and I've got a whale. And then half of this recipe I will probably cut into Cheez-Its just to speed up the process, because cutting all of these little fishes does take time. So here we go. We got 1 cup of all-purpose flour. We've got our block of cheese, which is about 2 cups. I'm just going to toss this with my hands really quick. Kind of pull apart that cheese a little bit. Oh, and you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Okay. Okay, it appears that my pastry cutter that I always use has disappeared. So we are just going to wing this and do it by hand. I definitely recommend going and checking out all of the other videos in this playlist if you are looking for healthy, clean ingredient snacks to feed your kiddos this summer. This is definitely one of our favorite recipes to create for my kiddos, and usually these do not last very long. They eat them very quickly. So if I had my pastry cutter, I would do this a different way, but since we don't, I'm just going to do them in small, tiny cubes. And then we're going to work this dough with our hands, the good old-fashioned way. All right, so we are just going to keep working this through, and I will bring you back once it is ready to roll out. All right, so you can see that we have a nice dough ball right here. I did add a little bit of flour to my surface and a little bit extra water because I knew that I wanted to make sure that this holds together. So we're going to take a rolling pin and roll this out as thin as you can. The thinner, the better, if you want a very crunchy cracker. Just working this in. All right, so I like to work these in batches. And here comes the tedious part of making a bunch of little fish. So this is a bit too thick. You want them to be more like this one. So not quite, you can see the difference here. These ones are a lot bigger than these ones. So I'm actually going to roll this just a little bit thinner. Yes.
Can I help with the whales and the fish?
Sure.
Thanks, Mommy.
Only do end this section right here, please.
But this?
Over here. It's the thinner side. So for time purposes, this is how many fish we're going to be doing, and the rest we're going to make into Cheez-It crackers. So can you use this? We're gonna take a toothpick and we're going to make eyes on our goldfish.
So that way it looks like real goldfish that we buy at the store.
Just poke an eyeball in them. So Xylie's gonna do that for me. And I'm going to re-roll this.
But Mommy, how are you gonna make the Cheez-Its?
Same way, just cut them into squares.
Squares? But I don't think we have a square cutter.
We don't need one, we can use a knife.
Ooh. Hey, Mommy. I think I know a trick, so on the bottom I can cut with the toothpick. Cut.
So I have one person in my family that likes the thicker Cheez-Its that they make, and then everybody else kind of likes the thinner. So we are going to do both so you can see how each of them turn out. Alright, so you can see here that we've got a full tray, so I'm just going to put the rest of this dough into the refrigerator, and once these are gone, I will make this. This will last 3 to 5 days in your refrigerator, so it's perfect to make in batches to keep the Cheez-Its crispy and fresh. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do before we put them in the oven is we are going to sprinkle some of this sea salt on top. And then we are going to bake these for 8 to 10 minutes. All right, there we go. We're gonna put them in for 8 to 10 minutes. All right, my friends, so here we have the final product. They look so good. And then the Cheez-Its. All right, so the last thing is to give them a taste test. Okay, so Xylie wants to give them a taste test. Okay, they're still a little bit hot.
Okay. They look
Do
pretty
one of the
good.
thicker ones? I'm gonna do one of the thin ones.
A little bit chewy, but really good. Babe.
See, I had a thinner one. It's not quite as like hard as the normal fish, but if you throw them in the dehydrator for like an hour, then they become a little bit more crunchy. But they usually don't even make it to the dehydrator for us.
So now we're gonna try the cheeses.
Yep.
Oh, that one's crunchy.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's chewy on the bottom.
Pretty good, huh?
Ah.
What would you rate them?
That's 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you check out that playlist down below and go check out Mountain Grandma. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.